Now, I'm a big fan of Leatherman multi-tools, and I recently got myself a Leatherman MUT. It has many features I quite like, but there are some things I don't like. One of which is the firearm disassembly punch, which quite frankly I don't need. I'm going to be using it more for Wisman Woodlord type activities. Now, there was something I suspected I could do with this, and I was correct. What I want to do is I want to turn this into a spike or icky spike. If you're not aware, icky spikes might be a Kiwi word for the spike that you stick in a fish's head to instantly kill it. And there's lots of fishing going on up here in the Auckland region, so that would be very useful to have. Now, I always suspected that I could turn that disassembly punch into a Nicky Spike, and this video is about how I went around doing that. Now, the Leatherman MUT EOD model, I think it is, has a kind of spike on it already. But the problem with that model is I didn't like the pliers, and the pliers are a larger part of the product. So I went with the more traditional model instead. What you're going to need is a sanding belt. Here in this picture, I've got my Workshop Canadian edition with the blade grinding attachment, which is extra. You could do this with the out of the box Workshop Canadian edition, but I find this blade grinding attachment gives you a bigger belt to do this kind of work with, so I used it in this case. It made sense to do so. What you're going to want to do is to take your firearm disassembly punch and put it into the end of an electric drill like I've got pictured here, and basically you simply hold it onto the grinding belt and hold down the button on your drill, and it will rotate your bit on the belt, so the belt will grind away at it and you'll get a point. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take a full video of me doing the whole process. I lost my tripod, so I wasn't able to hold a camera whilst doing it. But here's a short video demonstration of what's going on. Here is the final product. Worked very well. I've got a spike point on the punch, which is exactly what I wanted. Here it is on the Leatherman itself. Yeah, success basically, which I'm quite happy about. Um, Incidentally, this came with it. This is the sight. It is a spanner and sight alteration tool, which yet again I don't really need. But I found that this makes a great striker and wood scraper. I ran this along a bench grinder to get a great spine on it. The spine obviously was sort of rounded, not suitable for ferrocerium rods and scraping wood. But now this thing is an excellent scraper. Now, the reason I like having a dedicated scraper is because if you're using the back of your knife, there's always a chance you could injure yourself with the blade. If your blade, the back of your blade, I always think it's very important to have a 90-degree spine, and you should always have one as a backup. But if it's become dull, you've not kept it up, then you find you're getting frustrated and you're moving the knife rapidly, and then injuries can happen. You can slip, you can cut your finger with the knife. I've done this before. It's not good. So having a specialist scraper that's not a knife is quite a good idea in my opinion. Here we have the MUT, my Swedish like my fire steel, don't use X-Attack, and the scraper attached to it, and it makes quite a nice combination. I mean, as a backup, this will allow you to process. It's got a saw on it. You can start fires easily. It is a great little combination.